golly gee, I love that hometown feeling. You never have to lock your door. So neighborly, that homey hometown feeling. You hear the local news at the grocery store. And in the park, the Legion band will play on lazy afternoon. You take a stroll down to the heart of town, and at the corner barber, you meet the guys philosophize. And gee, I love that hometown feeling like it was way back when. I'll tell you what this whole world needs. More nickel cigars, no faster speeds. This whole world needs that hometown feeling again. Did you see that?
Hi, Tommy. How you doing? Hi, Chris. Lassie.
Oh, golly gee, I love that hometown feeling. People always say hello. It's so neighborly, that homey hometown feeling. People know your first name wherever you go.
Hiya, Lassie.
On summer days, you sit on your front porch, and friends are sure to call. It's kind of grand to know just where you stand. No one's a wheeler dealer, but neighbors share and people care. And gee, I love that hometown feeling like it was the way back when. I'll tell you what this whole world needs. More nickel cigars.
Hold it! You're driving over 30 miles an hour.
Yes, no faster speed. This whole world needs that hometown feeling again.
All right, now, don't be too long.
Hi, Lassie. Where's the family?
Oh, Charlie, look at what Lassie's doing.
Alan!
Here, let me take that.
What a surprise! We thought you were in Sonoma on a case. Imagine bumping into you like this.
Oh, just a minute, Grandpa. You right there, Grandpa?
I hate to interrupt anything important, but we've been away from the grapes too long. Breaks down, we'll be in big trouble.
Well, Grandpa, don't worry so. You've already crushed the reds, and we've got a great start on the whites.
Anybody wouldn't worry in a day like this is darn fool.
Grandpa!
Why, Chris, you and Lassie have been doing a fine job. I sure appreciate it, but Lassie looks a little tired, so why don't we unhook her and you go out and play for a while?
Oh, I'm not tired. But if you think Lassie is, okay. Come on, Lassie. Let's play follow the leader.
No, I haven't been here since, 3 years ago when I moved to Colorado Springs. But I can never forget this place. I mean, it is the perfect spot to plant Cabernet.
You're serious then about becoming a vintner?
Winemaker. Think you and I'd be here if I wasn't? Come here. You know what these are?
Grapes.
Dollars. Since all of this borders on the property I already own, I can add these 200 acres, balance my crop with reds.
Is Mitchell willing to sell?
He will be, because I'll pay his price.
I see.
This is not the time to talk to him. They're crushing now. We'll come back tonight.
Right.
If it can wait, don't interrupt me.
Mr. Mitchell. Clovis, wasn't it?
Still is, Mr. Jameson.
This is my associate, Roger Finch.
Oh, how do you do?
Thank you. Don't mind if I do.
Here's to your health.
Cheers. Very well made. Wouldn't you say so, Finch?
Well-made wine.
Well, I know you're busy, so I'll get right to the point. I would like to buy this property.
Not for sale.
Well, I'm prepared to make you a very handsome offer.
No, this property is not for sale to any price. I don't want to be inhospitable, but I harvested today and I'm busy.
Oh, I appreciate that, but I won't take more than a minute of your time. Mr. Mitchell, now, please don't take offense to what I'm about to say, but, well, you are getting on in years, and I happen to know that you have some notes due, and, well, I'd be more than happy to pay off your notes and give you $500,000 for your holdings.
What, are you found out something? What, is there oil under here?
No, I'm pretty sure there isn't, but I want to grow Cabernet, and, well, this is an ideal spot for it.
Oh, it's perfect. Soil's perfect. It is loam and clay mix.
Suppose I was to go higher than $500,000.
It wouldn't make any difference where you went. You're wasting your time.
I'm not a man that takes no for an answer.
Well, I'm afraid you'll have to this time.
Well, sorry you don't see things my way, but perhaps another time.
Lassie?
Well, what have we here? What a beautiful collie. One of the most beautiful I've ever seen.
Well, she's not for sale either.
Hello, son. Come on. Come on. Come on. Had a dog like this once. Greatest thing in the world. Hey, now what's all that growling about? I'm not going to hurt you.
Lassie saw you walking across her property today. She didn't like it.
My dog wouldn't have liked it either. Finch and I were just admiring your fields today.
In case you change your mind, you can reach Mr. Jameson at this number in Colorado Springs. Good night.
Good night.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Mitchell.
Good night.
Good night.
doesn't Lassie like him?
Well, he's not very likable. Chris, I'm going to be down here for a while yet. There's that yeast mixtures to make up enough watercress. So I guess you better go to bed. No, wait a minute. Sit down here, Chris. I want you to have a special feeling about our land.
Yes, Grandpa.
You know, your great-great-grandfather brought our first vines from Europe and planted them on our hills with his own hands. And then when the time came for him to go, he asked to be buried in sight of those hills.
You hear the gates on the far side? Where my daddy and mommy sleep?
That's where your daddy and your mommy sleep. You see, land like this is given in trust and with great love from father to son. And I know it's hard for you to understand it now, but it's very important for you to know.
Yes, Grandpa.
Good night, grandson.
Good night.
Good night. Good night, Lassie.
The resemblance is uncanny.
You see it too, do you?
Of course, all collies look more or less alike.
Not that one. She took best of show, best of breed at Madison Square Garden 3 years in a row. She was international champion. She was also the best friend I ever had. And she was the only girl I ever loved that didn't leave me or divorce me. And she never growled at me. I envy them, that dog.
Strange.
What?
Well, you can buy and sell almost anyone I can think of. Yet you want that old man's land and even his dog. Why? Because he said no to you?
No. Just so happens he has a wonderful piece of land and a great dog.
You might find a way to get his land, but you'll never get his dog.
Reach for brass rings and daydreams, loving cups and rainbows. Life is for living, love for giving. Reach for brass rings and daydreams, loving cups and rainbows. Open up your eyes and try to win a prize. It's all what you make it, it's all how you take it, and every reversal is just a rehearsal for those brass rings and daydreams, 'cause the moment that the sun beams, rainbows follow the rain.
changed your mind about selling?
Well, I'm not here about the vineyards. My business is personal.
Oh?
I think it would be better if we talk privately.
Oh, all right. You keep on with the boxes, Lee. This will just take a couple of minutes. Come on, we'll go in the winery. Well, how's your crush? You said you had some personal business.
It's about your dog.
What about my dog?
I think she's mine.
Now, you look here. I've tried to keep cool with you, but I've had just about as much as I can stand.
Now, hear me out. If I'm wrong, I apologize. If I'm right, it'll be easy enough to prove. I have the Kennel Club records right here. About 3 years ago, when I was still living here in California, my collie bitch, Lady Macduff, gave birth to a litter of pups, 6 to be exact. A few months later, she died.
What's that got to do with Lassie?
Well, 5 of those pups were sold. There was a fire in our kennels one night, and during all the excitement, somebody left the gate open, and number 6 wandered out. She was only 5.5 weeks old, and I was lost, presumed dead. Now, I feel certain your dog was that puppy.
And how do you know?
If she's mine, there'll be a tattoo in the right ear. J31.
There's a tattoo. There's a tattoo. I was inspecting some trees I planted over near the highway, and I heard this crying. I got down on my hands and knees, and under a bush I found this little creature, starved and drenched. I sat up all night feeding her warm milk with an eyedropper. Chris was 6 and Kelly was over 17. It was just a couple of weeks after their mother and father, my son, killed in an automobile accident. I just can't tell you what saving that little puppy meant to them. It was kind of like life in the midst of death.
I'm sorry.
You're sorry? That puppy had nothing to do with you. She's something that came from God. She needed us and we needed her. And now she's a part of all of our lives, but she isn't yours. I don't care what kind of a tattoo she has on her. She isn't yours. Mr. Jameson, I'll give you every cent I have. But please don't take Lassie away from these children.
Mr. Mitchell, if you force me, I will go to the police and get her legally. Now get the dog.
Lassie.
What is it, Lassie?
Lassie.
Lassie, Grandpa wants you.
Lassie.
What's the matter with you, Lassie?
Chris, where are you? Chris? Chris, can you hear me?
Grandpa, what's wrong?
Well, where's Chris and Lassie?
Well, they were playing up above last time I noticed.
Why don't I come back about 7?
Is there anything I can say or do to get you to change your mind?
No. She's my property.
Who is?
Your grandfather will explain it to you.
Grandpa?
Why didn't you come when I called you?
We were way under the porch.
Chris, that's no excuse.
Hold on, now, just a minute here. I have to talk to you. Now, come on over here. Come on, all sit down. Sit down, everybody. Now, I have something to tell you. Something I have to tell you. And I don't know how to do that unless I just come right out with it. Lassie isn't ours.
Why?
What do you mean?
Belongs to Mr. Jameson. You know that tattooed number in Lassie's ear we always wondered about?
J31. J for Jameson.
I'm afraid so. Jameson, he has his own tattoo numbers put on every animal he breeds.
Grandpa, are you sure he's telling the truth?
He showed me the kennel records.
Couldn't we buy her?
I offered him every cent I have in the bank.
Lassie hates him. She runs away every time she sees him. She'll die if he takes her.
Chris, please,
If
Chris.
she isn't gonna be in this family anymore, I don't want to be. Come on, Lassie.
Chris, please come down and have dinner with us.
I can't. I can't swallow. Lassie.
Oh, Lord, bless the food on this table and help us to see the wisdom in thy ways, which are mighty obscure at the present time. Amen.
We planned a big day. We go swimming and fishing, and oh, how we play. You're so strong, you get along, but how will I? Oh, Lassie, I can't say goodbye.
Grab the leash. No, tighter. There we go. Here's a check for your trouble.
Chris, you've got to understand that you
sold my dog!
Oh, that's not true.
I saw you!
What'll I do?
He didn't mean it, Grandpa. He's just a little boy.
You're so strong, you'll get along, but how will I? Oh, Lassie, I can't say goodbye.
Oh, thank you, Harry. Well, my lady, there's your mother and all the trophies she won for me. And you're going to do the same for me. We're going to give you a better name than Lassie. All right, here's your new collar. You better start getting used to it. And to me, because you're mine now. the deal? Well, I got it.
You mean Mitchell's selling?
No. The other property. Now we begin the big squeeze on Mr. Mitchell. I also gave the dog a new kennel name. Heather Bell.
Nobody's property. Better keep your hands off of me. Nobody's property. Not me.
Come back here.
Not me. Nobody's property. I can't be bought and sold. Love has the only hold on me. On me. I'm gonna get free by and by. I'm gonna find my patch of the sky. And if I can't do that, at least I'm gonna try. Or learn the reason why. Don't say my chances are small. Oh no. Don't say that I'm bound to fall. You're coming off of the wall at me. You see, I'm free. I'm free. Free.
Heather Bell! Heather Bell! Lassie!
What's up, sir?
Tell Jeff to warm up the chopper. Find her.
Find who?
Lassie, you dummy. I'm offering $2,000 reward because I want fast action. As soon as the posters are ready, distribute them to every sheriff's office and police station you can. Tell them we spotted her in Zion Park heading west.
Right.
Now get this right into Denver and pay whatever's necessary to rush the posters out. Now, I've written a description of the dog, including the tattoo number in the ear and the back. And leave the office phone number and your home number. And tell them to put that part about the green leather collar in big type.
Wouldn't it be better to give them your home number?
No, I don't want a lot of cranks calling here. If you get an authentic call, then get in touch with me.
Mrs. Finch and I were taking our children to Central City this weekend for the celebration.
And I was going to Saudi Arabia, so I guess we'll both have to change our plans.
Yes, Mr. Jameson.
Hey, what's the matter? You lost a friend, huh, maybe? Huh? Oh. You stopped the right car because I'm a pro. My client in there, he's got strains and sprains and backaches and bruises. You know how rustlers are. Here, I got something in there. I'll fix you up right away. Here, now. Don't move. Stay right there. Albert! I need you out here for a couple of minutes, please.
What's wrong with the little fella?
Oh, for a couple of ligaments, maybe.
Oh, it's nothing. They heal in no time.
Yeah.
Hey, she's pretty. She sure could use a bath and brushing.
Yeah.
Hey, Gussie?
One thing at a time. First things first, huh? Here, now. That's careful with it there. Let me just put a little of this here. Does that hurt? Oops.
Hey, what's that for?
It's for cuts and bruises. Help it heal quicker.
Hey, that's neat. I bet you could have been a vet.
What would you have done without me?
Not very good.
There. Once more around. And there we go. Let me give her one of these things. Now hold it steady.
Okay.
Hold it steady. Here, now open up. That's right.
Hey, what's that?
A little aspirin for pain.
Hey, you think of everything. You're really locked in, kid. Hey, what are we going to do with her?
Why don't you look at her identification tag there and see who she belongs to? Anything?
Nothing.
Nothing? Nothing.
What is she doing out here alone?
I don't know. Maybe she jumped out of a car or something. I bet some little kid's crying about now over her.
Well, he sure ain't around.
Put her in the van.
You're in, kid. Come on.
Careful with the
on.
leg. Careful with the leg. now.
Easy.
That's right.
Easy.
Easy. He'll fix it right up.
Strange lands, distant highways, lonely hidden byways. Sometimes they can be a grind. When your eyes go bleary, 'cause that road's so dreary, here's a way to cheer your weary mind. A little traveling music makes the miles roll by. Traveling music makes the hours fly. Traveling music makes your spirits high. Check your thermometer. Watch that speedometer. Traveling music makes you move right along. Flying down the highway on the wings of song. But under the mountains or over the foam, happiest music you'll ever have known is when you're traveling straight as the javelin, leveling home.
Trying to give me a bad notice?
A little traveling music makes you move right along, flying down the highway on the wings of song. But under the mountains or over the foam, the happiest music you'll ever have known is when you're traveling straight as a javelin, leveling, while the road's unraveling home.
You ought to make town before evening.
Do we have to?
We got an almost guarantee tomorrow night.
Gus! Does it ever occur to you I'm never going to be a champion?
No, you're gonna make it 1 year, and when you do, you're gonna be great.
I ain't getting any younger. I ain't getting any younger, Gus.
Well, nobody else is either. Look, you're what they call a slow ripener. When you make it, you're gonna be great.
It's nice of you to say so, Gus. It's nice of you to say so. But I don't have any class.
You go ahead and get yourself class. You're gonna blow the act. You're gonna blow the whole thing.
You know what class is, Gus?
What?
She's class.
Are you trying to tell me you want to be a collie? You trying to tell me that you want to be a collie dog?
Maybe I do. You've been great to me. I sure would like for you to have a winner, Gus.
Sis, do you suppose Lassie misses us as much as we miss her?
She probably misses us even more, Chris. After all, we have each other. Now put your things away. It's time for your bath.
I took a bath this morning.
Well, I want you to be spick and span for your first day at school.
Okay.
Now bath, teeth, and to bed.
Right, careful.
Come on, right there. Come on, baby. Come on. Listen, kid, you're not only going to feel great when Gus gets through with you, you're going to be an absolute knockout.
She hates me already.
No one likes soap and water. It ain't natural. I've been thinking about a name for her. How about Violet?
No, not Violet.
I knew a great Violet once.
I knew a Bombolina once, too, but we're not going to call her that either.
Well, we got to call her something.
How about calling her Lady?
Lady. That's great. I like that.
Lady. I don't know where you've been or where you're going, but it sure has been a pleasure knowing you.
I thought it about time I let you know that Lassie's missing.
Lassie's missing? You mean she ran away? Well, of course I'll let you know if she shows up here. Now, Colorado's a good piece off.
Yes, I understand. Goodbye.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next event is a wrestling match featuring the mighty Manuel, the masked baller from Mexico City. Athens, Greece, known the world over as the graceful Greek, the one and only Apollo.
Lady, easy, easy. He's a friend of ours from Cincinnati. Come on.
Yeah. 2 out of 3 balls, and may the best man win.
Easy, lady, easy.
Hey, Apollo! What's with that dog? Does she bite? She's a pussycat! She doesn't know how to bite!
We're sorry. Come on, lady.
Wouldn't even look at me.
He'll get over it, Grandpa.
I'm not so sure he will.
The bus didn't stop.
Hmm?
The bus didn't stop. Chris didn't come home from school.
This league day?
He didn't say anything about it this morning. I'm gonna call the school.
You know, Chris has been late before, dear.
He always tells us when he's going to be.
Well, today he forgot.
Hello, Mr. Byington. This is Kelly Mitchell. Listen, did Chris stay for league practice this afternoon? What? Thank you. Chris wasn't at school all day today. I'm going to Glen Ellen to look for him.
I'll take you. Lee, you finish up here, will you? Okay, sure.
I was just saying to Clovis that every kid plays truant sometime.
Chris doesn't.
Well, there's always a first time. You folks go on home. I'll bet he'll be there waiting for you.
Frank, are you refusing to help me?
Of course not, Clovis. If he's not home by tonight, you give us a ring. We'll go to work on it.
Where are you going, Grandpa?
I'm going after Chris. You take care of things at home and stay near a phone. I'll call you later on from someplace in the direction of Colorado.
Colorado?
This is Sheriff Andrews. Attention all units to a critical missing. Christopher Mitchell, male Caucasian, 10 years old, light brown hair, blue eyes, 4 feet 2 inches tall, weighs about 70 pounds. Last seen wearing a blue plaid shirt, blue corduroy pants, and a red windbreaker.
This was always such a happy house. It feels so cold now.
They'll be all right. Don't lose faith in your grandpa.
Oh, I haven't. It's just very big and empty out there. Chris is such a little boy, and Lassie isn't used to being alone.
Kelly, if it's any consolation, that story Jameson gave your grandfather about a fire in the kennels, the fire department has no record of it.
Well, maybe they put it out themselves.
I'm sure that's what Jameson will say. But I'm going to check out anybody that had anything to do with that litter.
You're very kind to us, Alan.
Well, I'm very fond of your family.
Family's very fond of you, Alan.
I wish you'd stop your beaming. I've got no time for dreaming. There'll be other Friday nights. There'll be other Friday nights. Save your misty magic for another time. Can't you see you're wasting it on me? Oh, moon moon, show me some pity. Stop making it so pretty. There'll be other Friday nights. There'll be other Friday nights. It feels so wrong to not belong to someone tonight. Please have a heart with my heart till the time is right. Staying on the shelf is not an easy game, knowing that you're glowing there in vain. Oh, moon, there's no use trying. Tonight you've got me crying. But there'll be other Friday nights, you'll see. There'll be other Friday nights for me. There'll be other Friday
Officer, I wasn't exceeding the speed limit.
I know you weren't, sir. I just wanted to ask you about that collie in your boat.
What collie in the boat?
Come on, I'll show you.
See you next week, Alice.
Bye, Ed. Have a safe trip. Watch out for Smokey.
You bet.
Hey, Ed, punch number 37 for me on the way out.
Sure thing, Alice.
And Ed, thanks for the quarter.
Come on, wake up, wake up. Come on, wake up. Come on, wake up, come on.
Rose is not a rose without those scratchy thorns, those catchy thorns, those scratchy, catchy thorns. A fact of life we live with from the day we're born is a rose is not a rose is not a rose without the thorns.
Mister, are you going to Colorado Springs?
No, Sonny, I'm on my way to Longview, Texas. Sorry.
Thanks anyway.
All the gloomy, all the glee.
Well, what can I do for you?
Can I get anything for 50 cents?
Is that all you have?
No, ma'am. But I have a long way to go.
Well, you're in luck. We have a special today. How do you like your eggs?
Sunny side up.
You got them.
A rose is not a rose without those scratchy thorns, those catchy thorns, those scratchy, catchy thorns. A fact of life we live with.
Live in Colorado Springs?
No, ma'am.
You have relatives there? A little young to be out on your own.
I'm small for my age, they tell me.
Every single thing that grows has its good points and its bad. When a lovely rose is there, better handle it with care.
For in all that's good there lurks
Problems,
a
huh?
little bad.
You want to tell me about them? I'm a real good listener.
Thanks anyway.
You know, when I'm down in the dumps, this song always gives me a lift. Love that Pat Rose.
Scratchy
Thorns, those scratchy thorns, those scratchy, catchy thorns.
You cook almost as good as my sister does.
No kid. Where does your sister live?
In Glen Ellen, California.
without the thorns.
Though the sun is shining bright, there'll be darkness through the night. There's misfortune and good luck. How you fare is up to you, so take care in what you do, and beware the thorn that's there to get you stuck. Good luck, and try to not get stuck. Here, on the house.
Gee, thanks.
Does your sister know where you're going?
A fact of life we live with from the day we're born is a rose is not a rose is not a rose without the thorn.
Watch out, you're gonna get yourself killed.
Out of the way of the trucks. We can't see you down there.
Hello?
Kelly?
Hello, Grandpa. How are you?
Well, I'm all right. I'm in a place called Boomtown.
Where?
Boom. Boom as in ta-ra-ra boom die. And that's a terrible joke. But what's happened, Kelly?
Well, Alan asked Sheriff Andrews to get out an all-points bulletin. And I'm checking temperatures now. And everything's under control.
Fine. All right. Now, you stay right there, will you, dear?
All right, Grandpa, I'll be here. And, Grandpa, please take care of yourself.
I will. Goodbye.
Bye.
The FBI has been called into the search for Christopher Mitchell, missing from his home in Glen Ellen, California since yesterday morning. Grandson of Clovis Mitchell, owner of the Mitchell Winery, Christopher was last seen by his classmates on the school bus yesterday morning. Light brown hair, blue eyes, 10 years old, 4 feet 2 inches tall, and weighing about 70 pounds.
That little fella was trying to get to Colorado Springs.
Well, if that was a kid, he got a cattle truck going to Kitty, which is in the opposite direction.
When you're out there on your own, trying to make it all alone, 'cause you seek the missing pieces of your life. It's a rough and tumble journey on a road that never ends. It's a cold, cold world you're walking through, my friend. But when you're loved, you always walk in love's reflection. And when you're loved, somehow you find the right direction. This crazy jigsaw puzzle life, with all its pain and all its strife, becomes a beautiful scene. But I knew only when you're loved.
Yellow Ford station wagon, California number 301 TJC. Kindly pull over to your right when you're at the other side of the bridge.
Confounded policemen, why are out chasing criminals? I was not speeding.
You certainly weren't, Mr. Mitchell. Sheriff Andrews and Glen Ellen asked us to flag you down and give you all possible assistance. We have news of your grandson.
What? Is he all right?
As far as we know, he is. Please, could you pull off the road and lock your car and come with me?
The longest freight train I've ever seen in my life.
Pretty long, all right.
Just how'd you put this all together?
A lady saw your youngster at a restaurant and called your home. Someone at your house called your local sheriff with your license number and a description of your car.
It's remarkable what you fellas can do once you set your minds to it. So here's the end. Here's the end. All right, now let's not let any grass grow under our feet, shall we?
Right on, Mr. Mitchell.
Right on. What you got in the bag?
I have one for both of us.
Is anybody home?
She went to Santa Rosa with Chris to buy him a new jacket. I know you didn't come out here to pass time of day with me.
Well, as a matter of fact, I did. I got news about Lassie.
Bad?
Not at all. See, I've never been satisfied with Jameson's claims. I did some checking with the Kennel Club. Through them, I got in touch with a man named Jack Sinclair in New York City. I phoned him the first of the week.
Who's he?
Lassie's owner.
He's what?
Or was. As of yesterday, at 12:30 New York time, you became the owner of Lassie. As that blue slip from the Kennel Club will tell you.
What is slip my glasses? Is this thing legal?
Absolutely. You're now the registered owner. See, after hearing the story, Sinclair wants you to have the dog. Oh, I called Jameson and asked him to come out here and talk to you about Lassie.
Why would you want to do a thing like that?
Well, I thought it might be important to you to confront him with the facts in front of Chris.
You think he'll come?
Oh, you bet he'll come. I held out the right bait.
What's the idea of getting me here under false pretenses?
You know very well that that tattoo in her ear is one of Mr. Jameson's kennel numbers.
Does the name Sinclair mean anything to you? Sinclair? I think maybe it does. He was your neighbor. His male was the sire. You gave him the pick of the litter. And the pup he chose was Lassie.
But you found Lassie by the road.
That's right, Mr. Finch. You see, Mr. Sinclair moved from this valley to New York City, and he gave the puppy to a family nearby.
Alan, he went over and checked with the family. They still live here. Seems one of their children got careless and the puppy ran away.
Sinclair was still the registered owner, and he never sent the blue slip.
You want to know where that blue slip is now?
Mr. Jameson, this is an eye-opener to me. In my opinion...
Finch, when I want your opinion, I'll ask for it. All right. I'll withdraw the reward poster and call off the search completely. I doubt, however, that you'll ever see the dog again. The police of 3 states haven't found her.
Check on the keychains in the last page. 5, 6, 7, and 8, and a 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Oh, who hit that cotton picking clam?
Hey, look, we've got some company.
Oh,
it's a dog.
We've got an audience. Hey, who's our new member?
What's the matter, sweetheart?
Don't you like our song? Oh, you like the banjo. You're hungry, aren't you? Come on, gang, we better get going. The act goes on at 8.
Yeah, you're right, it is late.
Don't forget about the cat.
Come on, one final rehearsal. And this time, let's get it right. 5, 6, 7, and 8.
Ringo, jingle, ringo, jingle, ringo, jingle, ring. Ringo, jingle, ringo, jingle, ringo, jingle, jing. Ringo, jingle, ringo, jingle, ringo, jingle, ring. I love a banjo song, I love a banjo song. That ringo jingle drives me wild. Whenever things go wrong, a little banjo song. And mama, I'm a happy child. You see, there's just one kind of melody that I adore. And that's the kind of tune they just don't write no more. Say I could sigh, I could cry, I could lie right down and ready to die when a banjo starts to ring in. Oh, I love a banjo.
you. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, this is the latest member of our group, Banjo. Sounds as if she enjoys the song as much as you do.
Take a look at that, will you?
In case you didn't recognize it, that was our latest release, Banjo song. On behalf of the entire congregation, we would like to wish you a very happy Thanksgiving.
Hey, that ain't your dog. I know that ain't your dog.
Hey, man, just cool it, will you?
Cool it. Cool it, my foot. There's a reward out for this dog, and I'm the one that's going to claim it right now. This is my money. I know whose dog that is. Okay, what's this all about? I'll tell you what it's all about. There's a $2,000 reward for that dog there, and I'm going to claim it right now. Lassie? Lassie. Go!
Happy Thanksgiving.
Why?
Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Come on, Alan. Make yourself useful and carry the turkey.
Okay, that's marvelous.
Make some room here for that turkey. I'll get it. Hello? Oh, Sheriff.
Clovis, I hate to pass on bad news like this, especially today. But I just got a call from Sonoma. They had a bad fire at the park there last night, back of the stage. One of their officers is positive he saw Lassie there. She got mixed up in the fire. Part of the building collapsed. He didn't see her make it out. I'm sorry, Clovis.
Well, thank you very much for calling, and have a happy Thanksgiving. And please give our best regards to Mrs. Andrews.
I'll sure do that, Clovis.
Goodbye.
What happened, Grandpa?
Lassie's on her way home, isn't she?
Well, that is Sheriff Andrews, and he just wanted to let me know that the boys were still on the job. They think they know where Lassie was last night.
But they don't know where she is now.
That's about the size of it. Well, I don't know about anybody else, but I'm hungry. Now, come on, let's get at that turkey here. Wait, put it right in the center there. Sit down, Chris. That's the boy. A little wine over here. All right, sit down now. Here we are. Thank thee, Lord, for the feast we share, for those we love, and the friends who care. Thank thee, Lord, for the sun up above, and for the vines and grapes that you touch with love. And thank thee, Lord, for this day of rest. With all our gifts we are
truly blessed. But most of all, in our hearts, we pray you protect the one we love, who is far, far away. Amen. Chris?
What is it, Chris?
Lassie! Lassie! Lassie!
When you're out there on your own, trying to make it all alone, 'cause you seek the missing pieces of your life. It's a rough and tumble journey on a road that never ends. It's a cold, cold world you're walking through, my friend. But when you're loved, you always walk in love's reflection. And when you're loved, somehow you find the right direction. This crazy jigsaw puzzle life, with all its pain and all its strife, becomes a beautiful scene. But I mean, only when you're loved. There's a time you start to doubt. You say, what's it all about? And you'd like to throw those fading dreams away. 'Cause the road keeps leading nowhere. Empty days and endless nights, with that happy journey's end so far from sight. But when you're loved, there's not a storm you cannot weather. And when you're loved, the missing parts all fit together.